Wahubat greetings family. This week seems like a setup. I'm not gonna lie to you. This week seems like a setup for a crazy harsh next week. Alright. This week looks like the eye of the storm, and next week looks like the storm is here. The storm is here! No, it looks kind of crazy, y'all. Thank y'all for joining for this week's Oprah Report. So, without further ado, let's get to it.
Cookie cutter pie, fuck a pan. 3D printer Glock, couple bands. Disappear, you see it in my hand. Lethal shooter, make them overstand. Half court, full court, state court, magistrate court, beat the light. Nigga, who is you? Cause I forgot hit the booth and I go cool, cock
October 12th. Now, as the moon continues through Gemini, it creates a T-square with the Venus-Saturn opposition for a brief second, excuse me. Now, this is occurring while people are asleep in the Western Hemisphere. However, in the Eastern Hemisphere, you all may feel it. To keep it short, it's a feeling of truth in regards to the critical and grounded quality of our detailed analysis of how we love and beautify our values, have intention with why we are structuring our beliefs around our divine nature while simultaneously not giving in to the illusions through discipline. Okay? Basically, what happened yesterday, there will be a feeling of understanding the truth of what has occurred, which can bring some clarity. Okay? Late in the evening, the moon moves into Cancer and comes to a trine with Mercury and Scorpio. Okay? This is an easygoing, effortless flow of understanding the emotions of our nurturing nature with the deep, dark, manipulative communication tactics being used. I believe this is when we will start to become emotionally attached or more emotionally inclined to what the media is telling us. Okay? It can get to a point where we see people on social media starting to moan and complain over things that don't matter and cry and be sad about atrocities occurring. This will occur for a brief moment. However, I think today it will be felt heavier than normal. What else is new, right? Remember, the planetary aspects are the same as the American Revolution. I'll tell you, this is about to be crazy. The Civil War, the Haitian Revolution, and the French Revolution, along with other wars, all right? Keep your street smarts about you. October 13th. As the moon continues to travel through Cancer, Venus in Virgo hits 29 degrees. This is important because it is the same degree that the eclipse was on. Now let's rewind to what happened on the eclipse days. Go back to your life around September 21st, 21, and see what was going on around that time period. Those same events or similar will come up again as Venus is activating the eclipse point. Okay? Excuse me. Now, with Venus as a benefic, it should help smooth over and beautify the situation. It will bring a detailed value structure towards those events. Be on the lookout for that, all right? Late in the evening, the moon comes into a square with the sun, and then about 2 hours later, it conjuncts the moon. This square with the sun is the completion of the harvest. This is where we are now reaping what we sowed at the new moon in Libra. Hopefully, you planted some good and useful social dynamics and cuddle buddies and political stances, as this is where you will be given what you put out, okay? The conjunction to Jupiter shortly after makes me think that whether you like it or not, the energy of Jupiter will make it so that your emotions towards it will be grander than normal. So if you like it, you really like it. If you don't like it, you really ain't gonna like it. Hope you made the right decisions, and no one can answer that but you. Now, shortly after this, Venus moves into its home sign of Libra. Libra, balance. To all my Libras out there, you are going to get an upgrade to how people want to be with you, to how you come across the people. Potentially, if you have a Libra rising, how much capital you can attract to yourself using your charm and classical nature. For the collective, this is a time period where politicians will have way more charm about them. So please be careful about that. I would not be surprised if some big politician or actor, maybe a Libra or Libra rising, comes out and makes a statement that creates a sense of calm/serenity in the minds of the people, while all the while stabbing people in the back. That was so aggressive. Keep your street smarts about you, okay? Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Libra can charm anyone to do anything, especially if they, we're not going to talk about that. If this person is not paying attention, so pay attention. Otherwise, enjoy the transit. One last thing is that Venus will oppose Neptune. This is making me think that the charm will have a hint of causing the public to be delusional about their own individuality. Maybe someone comes out and sweet talks people out of their own individual liberties, or maybe their individuality and makes them become like robots. This is slightly concerning to me because Libra can be a double agent because Libra is so charming. It knows what to say, how to say it, when to say it, what tones, what tempos, etc. Libra has energy, not like the people with energy. It's really good at verbally manipulating both sides of the aisle to suit their own agenda. So really pay attention to politicians over the next 3.5 to 4 weeks. Do not get bamboozled. One more last thing. LOL. LOL. Pluto goes direct today, which is really big. All right. Get ready to be projected into the future stupid fast. Here's an example. The day of Pluto going into Aquarius, Elon Musk had his robot reveal conference thing where he showed the self-driving cars and the self-responding robots. Shit was crazy. Ever since Pluto has been retrograding, those type of inventions or releases have been put on hold, okay? I would expect we to be moving sharp at warp speed with crypto, AI, futuristic technologies, digital IDs, robotic implants, etc. Get your mind ready from this moment on, because it's gonna get motherfucking crazy. It's gonna be so crazy. October 14th. One thing I did not mention from yesterday is that once Venus went into Libra, it created a grand trine with Pluto in Aquarius and Uranus in Gemini. This is an energy that is not just free-flowing. It's so easy to maneuver in and utilize that everyone will feel it. Now, with this being in the air signs, this is a mental, communicative, and political ease that is being established throughout the collective. The transformative humanitarianism quality of technology is flowing with the experience of unconventional truth and the social power of our values. Yesterday, coming into today, it's going to be interesting. Now that Pluto is direct, this trine is heavier and deeper and more transformative than the previous trines with Pluto. I wouldn't be surprised if a new technology comes out that helps us with the government shutdown that is now presented to the public as an unconventional alternative to whatever we are doing now. Now, something that is interesting is that the moon in Leo comes to its first opposition with Pluto Aquarius since it's been direct, okay? It also comes into a sextile with Uranus and a sextile with Venus, creating a kite in the sky. This kite is temporary, however. It is my thought process that the emotions of the public is going to be so high in egoism and drama filled, as well as intention with the collective community, that we are going to be hella selfish to what is occurring and not think about others, like at all. This is as a whole, not on an individual level, okay? Now, let me tell you something. This conjunction has not happened yet, and I think it happens in about 2-3 days, right? Maybe 4 days, something like that. However, it's within 3 degrees today, so I will speak on it slightly. Mercury is about to conjunct Mars in Scorpio. If there were any time to have the media talking about an underground war that has been occurring, or psychological warfare, or heavy war propaganda being spread, the next few days will be it. The next few days will be it, okay? Whatever comes out, please keep your mind and heart intact. Keep moving forward, and remember that this too shall pass. Keep your street smarts about you, because it's about to get, the media's about to go on a frenzy, bro. For real. October 15th. As the moon travels through Leo, it comes into a square with Mercury and Mars. This square causes the dynamic emotions of the population's understanding of us, of the population's understanding of our egos to be challenging and at war with the media's manipulative communication and pure war tactics. Like I keep saying, this is psychological, spiritual, and energetic warfare that we are experiencing. What makes this even heavier is that Jupiter and Cancer squares Chiron and Aries. This is really big fucking emotions and hurt people hurting people because hurt people, okay? I see this day as a day that the media brings out some sort of news that sparks an emotional outburst within the people or that brings forth an expansive nurturing to our traumas that we find healing through authentically being originally ourselves. It's almost like we will have the opportunity to provide justice to those energies that have harmed us in the past. Not the people, the energies that were controlling these people at our expenses. Okay? Remember Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. It ain't the people. It's the other niggas. It's the it's the energies, okay? This could be a day where we get back to those energies too. It may be challenging and we may have to fight back. However, you will win as long as you believe in yourself. You can do it! Like Waterboy had us. October 16th. As the moon travels through Leo, it comes into an inconjunct with Saturn and Pisces, all right? This is a crisis between our emotions and the government restructuring our beliefs. I can see this being a day where a belief group, whether it be the LMNOP community, a religious organization, or some other faith-based religious group organization creating a narrative or creates a narrative or a narrative is fabricated by those in charge that completely disrupts the population's energetic frequency. I have a feeling that it will be about that organization that shall not be named on this platform because there will be consequences for that. However, I am not sure. Also later in the day, the moon moves into Virgo, and as it does, it creates an inconjunct with Neptune and Aries, and a square with Uranus and Gemini. It also creates an inconjunct with Pluto and Aquarius. This seems to me like a difficult transit, especially since Pluto is now moving direct. This creates a finger of God with the moon as the focal point, okay? The critical and detailed analysis of the understanding of our emotions is at the apex or forefront of this aspect, while the death and transformation of the knowledge of humanitarianism and community with the disillusionment of our originality is in a crisis mode with the emotions. I know that was a mouthful and jargon, but I'll explain it. Almost like having a false sense of self and community not supporting your evolution while you are emotionally being an over-perfectionist about the aforementioned subjects, okay? While this is happening, the square with Uranus is saying the unconventional truth that causes our emotions to be challenged by it, which can bring upon cognitive dissonance because if our emotions are real or the truth is real, like we're asking ourselves that, right? Even though the truth is being amplified with a foggy mist or a veil that is not showing the full truth. Today may be a confusing day indeed, okay? October 17th. As the moon travels through Virgo, the sun in Libra, Jupiter in Cancer, and Chiron in Aries create a T-square. Now these are the cardinal signs, and these signs represent the beginning of each season. Therefore, they spark and take action, okay? These are not the world points, but they are in the signs that the world points are located in. So I would expect a big event to happen today, okay? Something involving politics, legacy, and ancestors mixed with the authentic trauma amongst a population that has been there for a while but is now being activated again. Kind of like reopening a wound, okay? Maybe the government shutdown is causing something or has caused a massive shift in the way that the United States legacy will be politicized. It could be an ancestral social cause being resurfaced, causing pain within that specific demographic of the population. I'm not sure. However, I do expect something to happen on this day. yesterday and or the next day, that is pretty massive, okay? Especially since Mercury and Scorpio will create a sextile with the moon, conjunct the south node in Virgo simultaneously. Both Mercury and the moon move into place in the same hour. Okay, all the while Mercury is only 1 degree away from Mars and Scorpio. Sunday is when Mercury fully conjuncts Mars and Scorpio, y'all. This is fucking huge. Like, I really mean this. Like, talk about some fear fucking porn. All right. I bet that there will be an announcement of a new war, or the announcements / admittance of the war that has been going on in its effects. It's going to cause some big traumatic emotions, probably within the military ranks, and within the Supreme Court, the House, and the executive branches, right? Now, guys, this is not a small fucking fish. This is really big, okay? All these aspects with big planets, large planets, mixed with the nodes of fate occurring within 12 hours of each other is not a coincidence, all right? Amen. This could be a famous person, potentially a faith-based leader, announcing a crime they committed, or being ousted for war crimes, or losing their life, or maybe even a political leader. Maybe Putin. He has a Libra Sun and Mercury at 24 degrees, right? We may get a speech for him or news about something involving him. Xi Jinping has a Neptune on Saturn in Libra around a degree of the sun that the sun will be at. It's only 3 degrees off, right? Maybe he will have something to say about something happening regarding his place in the power structure of the world. There's another leader who shall not be named on this platform, because I like this platform and I like doing what I'm doing, who has a sun in Libra at 27 degrees and a moon in Libra at 20 degrees. He also has a north node in Aries at 15 degrees. I can see this being the beginning of, or the announcement of, a war between these people potentially. It could be a fake out too, because remember, Scorpio is manipulation. It could be a smokescreen for something else happening in the background, like a financial shift. We shall see. October 18th. Now, y'all, it's wild as fuck, all right? Wild as fuck. As the moon travels through Virgo, it comes into an opposition with Saturn in motherfucking Pisces, delusional as Pisces. Sorry, Pisces. It happens. When Venus was at the degree opposite of Saturn, we had that ridiculous liquidation event of all the markets, okay? I think it was, it was crazy, okay? I think that this is going to be, for us, getting ready for another liquidation event, but not for markets, potentially mass extinction events, okay? Amen. I'm not liking these transits, because even tomorrow on Sunday is when the Mercury conjunct Mars aspect occurs, all right? Monday is going to be some crazy shit. Tuesday as well, the beginning of the week. This next week, I'm telling you, is not going to be for the faint of heart. The moon even sextiles Mars and Scorpio right before the opposition to Saturn. It's more war narrative being projected upon the collective consciousness. It may not even be in our face at this point, although it might, especially with the transits over the past 2 days. Don't be playing with fire this weekend, y'all. I really mean this. I would make sure to have all essential items before the next week. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not a fan of the progression and the order of these transits leading up to next week. I'm really not. I'm really not. Keep your street smarts about you. Keep your street smarts about you. Money. Energy themes of the week. By the end of the week, leading up until next week, the world will shift again. It will be noticeable. I'm keeping this section short this week, y'all. The point is to keep your street smarts about you. That is the biggest thing about this week. No cap. Rising signs. Aries, Pisces. Aries, this Venus ingress is occurring in your 7th house. You may be getting into a new relationship. You may have a new affinity or crush on someone this week, leading into the next 3 or 4 weeks here. There may be a new business partnership coming through to help you finance some things, or give you the mental and social backing you need to get things done. They may come from a friend group as well. You may have a group of people whom you have developed and trained skills with. Be on the lookout for that, Aries. Let me know what happens in the comments below. Taurus. Taurus, this Venus ingress is occurring in your 6th house of health, routine, and service. Now, Venus rules your sign, so this is important to watch Venus as it transits, okay? I can see you changing your lifestyle or upgrading it here shortly, right? Not by force, though. Almost through a social or beautification process, almost like you gained a spark about you that makes you want to do more and be better. Your health can also be increased as well. If you're struggling with a health issue, this is a good time to do a cleanse if you have, as you have the planet of Venus here to help you beautify that area of your life, right, to enhance it. I would be careful with sweets though, okay? Try not to consume too many sweets because you might have a sweet tooth this week. Now, that may be hard for you towards that you love to eat. However, I would make an honest attempt to try it too, LOL. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments below. Gemini. This Venus ingress is occurring in your 5th house. Now, I would expect some new booty. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. I found you, Miss New Booty. Because I know. But no further. I would expect some new booty coming out for you, Gemini. Especially since this is a trine to your sign, Gemini. If you want to gamble, you may hit some good numbers. If you're looking to get pregnant or if you already have kids, and you're hoping that they get some good grades on something or they excel at something, this is a good time period for some positive news to come out from those energies, right? I do want to emphasize the new booty though. The new booty though? The new booty though. Yes, there may be some new meat coming in, pause. However, please be cautious and don't allow yourself to have rose-tinted glasses on and forget that people are people, okay? Let me know how it works out for you in the comments below. Cancer, this Venus ingress is occurring in your 4th house. Now, this ingress is squaring your sign, so there may be a little bittersweet challenge going on here in regards to your home environment, okay? It may become more intimate and loving. However, it may take some effort on your part, or it may feel like someone or a certain energy is disrupting something, when in fact, it is simply bringing in more love. Okay? Still keep your street sense about you though. However, also be a little more open and available for love over the next 3 weeks or so, okay? Let me know how it works out in the comments below. Leo head ass, this Venus ingress. This Venus ingress is occurring in your 3rd house. I can see you planning a trip somewhere. Maybe a social circle is going out somewhere and they invite you out with them. Or maybe you learn about how, a certain state or country does their politics and you like their policies, so you decide to go visit to scope out the land or something like that shit, right? You could also be learning some new skills to help you build up your community and relationships. Maybe a new way of being charming and more attractively communicating your thoughts, okay? Let me know how it works out in the comments below. Leo. That was whack. Virgo head ass. Virgo, this Venus ingress is occurring in your 2nd house. Now, this is money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Like, no cap, LOL, but no cap though, like for real. No cap. Now this is your money house, yes, but it doesn't always have to be money, but money, 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 money. Okay, it could also manifest itself as having the power of love and value. The power to love and value, yourself more than you ever have. And in most cases, the value you place on yourself is more important and worth more than money itself. This could be occurring because of a lifestyle transformation and an unconventional, unexpected career experience. Let me know how it works for you in the comments below. Virgo. Libra head ass. This Venus ingress is occurring in your 1st house of the self and authenticity. Since Venus rules your sign, you may be feeling way more at home here. Feeling way more beautiful / handsome, or both. whatever your preference is. Feeling more classy, feeling more socially charming, just a total upgrade, okay? You may have people looking to talk to you more than normal for the next 3 weeks or so, especially if you have a Libra rising or Sun or Venus, or a combination of the three, right? Be ready to feel more authentically you and have your unconventional philosophical thoughts and your deep sexual knowledge bring forth a free-flowing energy during this time. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments below. Scorpio face says this is occurring in your 12th house as Venus ingress. This is the house of dreams, hidden desires, illusions, and addictions. This may be a time where your dreams are more dreamy, if you will, more pleasant. It can also manifest itself as an opportunity to feel unexplainably addictive and loving and good. You can wake up and then for the next 3 weeks, you just have this undertone of amazing energy about you, right? It doesn't mean that the world won't be worlding, right? Because the world is going to world and life is going to life. But you would have that sense of peace about you, that energy about you that you can't explain, right? Now, I will say that if you have any addictions, make sure to be extra vigilant with them, as this would be a period where you can very easily fall back into bad habits. And I mean very easily fall back into bad habits. So please be careful with that. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments below. Scorpio. Sagittarius had fire head ass, nigga, crazy head ass niggas. Sagittarius' Venus ingress is occurring in your 11th house face ass. I would expect your community and social network to become way more poppin'. Like poppin' or poppin', pause. More parties, more outings, more get-togethers, more fun times with those whom you have created a networking / friendship bond with. You could also potentially be getting some rewards from how well you have done in your career or in your job, right? This would be a good time to also go explore new friendships you may not have thought about before. Go to a networking event, you may run into someone who can help you. You never know. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments below. Yeah, Capricorn head ass, strict head ass niggas. This Venus ingress is occurring in your 10th house, okay? Now this aspect is squaring your placements. So while Venus will be sweetening up your career and your social power and your authority in the world, it may take some effort from you. You may be given an opportunity to do something you have always wanted to do. However, it may take a little bit extra effort in order to get there. Or maybe you find a new job that you really want and it will make the learning a new skill or developing a new way of being that you didn't realize you needed. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments below. Yeah. Aquarius head ass, y'all weird nigga, alien head ass nigga, fuck out of here, boy. This Venus ingress is occurring in your 9th house. You have been traveling far over the next 3 weeks with a social circle. You may be traveling, excuse me. Maybe for political reasons, or maybe just for the adventure, maybe it's for a social justice reason. You could be acquiring a new quality about valuing a philosophical approach that you did not see before. Maybe a new love for justice, reform abroad, or something like that. I would also be on the lookout for a new fling to potentially come out of this excursion as well. It would be unconventional and seemingly coming from left field. They may not be your normal type, but you find them attractive for that same reason, okay? Maybe it's because they're so different, and that's the reason why you like them, right? Now let me know how it works out for you. Comments below. Pisces, all delusional head ass niggas, y'all mystical, non really dimensional, not really here head ass niggas. All right, this Venus ingress is occurring in your 8th house. I know this is laughing over here, my fault. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Now, if you made some don't hurt me. If you made some investments, I can see them blossoming here shortly in the next 3 weeks or so. Or maybe your ability to value social depth and how it creates and brings forth a psychoanalytical ability to view passive aggression in such a way that can be manipulated in a positive way to your advantage. Kind of like they do something weird and then you see what they're doing, and they're really trying to create a situation where they are now almost forced to provide you with clarity. Kind of like instant karma for the other person, right? Let me know how it works out for you in the comments below. Now, in conclusion on this motherfucker, this week, I'm telling you, this week is the setup for next week, y'all. I haven't even looked at next week, but I know it's a setup. I know it's a setup. I don't like that last transit for the week going into Sunday/Monday/Tuesday, okay? It can go left real quick for some, and there will only be a select few who have positioned themselves to benefit off of this turbulence we are about to experience, okay? Hopefully you're one of them. If not, just buckle up and keep your street smarts about you, and you'll be all right. Because one thing's for sure and two things for certain, this combination of transits by the end of the week leading into the next week does not look good at all. We shall see, though, like always. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for paying attention, for watching. Please go to haloreadings.net to get a reading. DM me if you get a reading as well. And join the Discord. And with all that being said, man, subscribe, like, comment. I love you guys. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Peace out.
3D printer Glock, couple bands. This is PC in my hand.